What is going on, life fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about going all in. We're going to be talking about burning the ships, and we're going to be talking about what is required in order to hit the next level of success in your life. I think that too many of you are sitting on the fence when it comes to your goals, dreams, and ambitions. There's so many of you that want the next level. You want more money. You want more fame. You want more notoriety. You want to be able to take care of your family and do some of the things that you want to do. But for some reason, you're holding yourself back. And I get it, because thinking about the idea of fully committing to living the life of your dreams is such a cool fucking idea until you actually get into the experience of it. It's like everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but nobody wants to lift no heavy ass weights. And when it comes to business, everybody wants to be successful on social media. Everybody wants to hit the next level with their content. Everybody wants to make more money. But when it comes down to putting in the fucking work and going all in and like literally putting all of your chips on the table, most people just aren't willing to do that. And I want to share a few stories in my life of when I've gone all in to achieve the success that I've achieved. And I hope that these stories can inspire you, because I want to remind you that I literally started out in a fucking trailer park. I started out living in my grandma's trailer on her couch in a trailer park. And now I'm living a life beyond my wildest imagination. And I'm going to tell you about a few times that I went all in, and hopefully these stories inspire you to start going after your fucking shit. Time number one, I just recovered from my addiction. I was literally a month and a half sober, and I got a message from one of my friends on Facebook. And he was like, yo, there's this self-development weekend getaway, and I think that you should go. And I'm like, cool, where is it? He's like, it's in Boston. I was like, how much are the tickets? He's like, $997. So I looked at my bank account and I had $1,350 in my bank account. So I was like, okay, the tickets are $997. I have $1,300. So I was like, how am I going to get there? So I looked at flights to go to Boston. Flights to go to Boston were about $1,000 from where I was at, which means that I wouldn't have been able to afford the event ticket. So I was like, that's not an option. I looked at Greyhound bus tickets. A Greyhound bus ticket from back when Greyhound was a thing in Canada, a Greyhound bus ticket from Calgary to Boston was $150. So I was like, okay. I was like, I can do that. Now, I didn't get paid for 2 weeks. So I spent $997 on the ticket. I bought the Greyhound bus ticket to go to fucking Boston, and I had $150 left for 2 weeks worth of food. So I wanted to maximize the amount of like value that I was able to get from my money. So I went up to the grocery store. I bought ground beef, rice, vegetables, all the things. And I cooked a bunch of meals so that I could take them on the road to Boston. Now, I only had $150. So I didn't really have enough money to buy a new cooler. So I didn't have a cooler. So I literally had these fucking like 8 meals of ground beef and rice. And I took them in a grocery bag on the Greyhound bus, me, myself, and I driving to the self-development seminar. I put them on a Greyhound bus, and the Greyhound bus took 72 hours to get to the location. By the time I had gotten to the self-development seminar in Boston, the meals that I was eating were literally rotting. And I didn't have any other option but to eat those fucking meals, because that's all I had. But I went to this self-development seminar, and at that self-development seminar, I ended up learning about like goal setting, creating a vision, and like getting bigger with your thinking. And when I came back from that self-development seminar is when I actually started pursuing online fitness coaching full time. Now, I came back with $0 in my fucking bank. Like, I came back with nothing. And I literally spent every last dollar that I had in self-development. And I was willing to do that because I knew, I'm like, I don't want to be a fucking restaurant manager. I don't want to be living this life. I don't want to be living in my grandma's trailer park. Like, I'm fucking sick of the life that I'm living right now. And so even though I didn't have the money to go to this self-development seminar, I literally spent every last dollar in my bank on my personal development so that I could hit the next level. And that caused me to have the mindset to actually like, okay, like if I go all in, I'm supported. You know, in the next couple of weeks, I signed a couple online fitness coaching clients, and that's where the start of my journey began. So that was the start, is literally betting every last dollar that I had. When I had fucking $1,300 in my bank, I bet all of it on myself. I was like, I'm going all in, no option, no surrender, no retreat. The next time that I ended up going all in was when I was running Aesthetic Nation. So at some point in 2018, I realized that I wanted to be a business coach for personal trainers. Like, I had built my own fitness business to $54,000 a month. And then I went through a major breakup. And after the major breakup, I was like, fuck fitness coaching, because my ex was a fitness coach. And every time I worked in my business, it reminded me of her. So I was like, I need to do something different. So I wanted to start PT Domination. When I was looking at mentors, I found one, and he cost me $15,000 USD, which is about $20,000. Now, at the time, I wasn't, just because I was making good money doesn't mean I was good at it. In fact, I was kind of a fucking idiot, if I could be completely transparent. So $20,000 was literally all the money that I had in my bank. And it wasn't just the money that I had in my bank. I had a team of trainers that were working for me. It was the money that I had in my business account. So I took money out of my business account that actually belonged to my trainers, because they had a certain commission from all the clients that they signed. And if I didn't get that money back in my bank account before the end of the month, that would mean that I basically like took money from the trainers that was working at my business. So I spent $20,000 on this mentor to teach me how to coach online fitness coaches because I had all the knowledge in my head. Like I had already mentored 10 coaches, but I didn't know how to turn it into a course. So I spent all the money that I had to learn how to turn it into a course. And not only did I go all in when I like put my fucking like money down, like I was all in with my effort. I was all in with my energy. I was all in with my passion. Like I was working 12 to 14 hours a day. I actually took a road trip across Canada. And during the road trip across Canada, when I was helping my friend move, I was in the car on my computer, hotspotting my phone so I could listen to the course the whole time. Like I was all in because I had no option. Like I wasn't going to be a failure. And I also wasn't going to waste my money. And I just bet $20,000 on myself and I went all in. 2 weeks after I made that $20,000 investment, I signed a client for $5,000 USD. A week after that, I signed a couple and they paid me 10K USD for both of them. I ended up covering all of the fucking financials that I invested in this mentor. And then from that point forward, we built PT Domination. That was the second time that I went all in. I was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to make this happen, but I know that I don't want to live the life that I'm currently living right now. And I know that I want the next level. So I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to hit the next level. And honestly, you guys, there is so many fucking stories and I don't want to go into all of them because like a lot of them you're not going to be able to relate to. Like me taking $600,000 out of my fucking bank to put it down to my dream home. That was also me going all in and burning the ships. And I'm like, if I don't make this work, I'm actually fucked. But I constantly do this and I constantly put myself all the way in the arena. And when you guys look at my success and you're wondering how I've gotten to this level, I'm telling you, it's because I burn the boats. There's way too many of you that are sitting on the fence when it comes to your success. You say that you want to hit $10,000 a month. You say that you want to hit $20,000 a month. You say you want to grow your coaching business, but you're not willing to bet on yourself. You're not willing to put your money where your mouth is. And this is the thing about investing in a mentor. Investing in a mentor isn't just about the mentor you hire. It's about the commitment within that activates when you spend your hard-earned dollars on some learning. And so many of you are on the fence. You're just listening to podcasts, you're catching YouTube videos, and you're trying to put all the pieces together, but you haven't committed. You haven't given yourself no option but winning. You've given yourself a way out. You've given yourself a chance to retreat. And so the reason that you're not successful is because you're counting on your fallback plan. You haven't gone all in because you know, even if you don't get success in this one venture, you can go back to your other fucking job. But for me, like, dude, I would literally rather perish than do that. I would rather perish than be the same dude right now that I was 6 months ago. I would rather perish. And I think that so many of you guys are living the same 6 months on repeat. The 6 months that you're living right now is the exact same 6 months that you lived at the start of the year, is the exact 6 months that you lived and the months before that. And so many people go their entire fucking lives just repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. Maybe they get a mini promotion, but they're talking to the same people, going to the same places. Their body looks the fucking same. Their relationships are the same. Like nothing fucking changes. And the reason nothing changes is you keep giving yourself a way out. You keep giving yourself an option to retreat. You keep giving yourself an option to surrender. And I'm here to tell you today that you will never achieve success until you commit all of your energy, all of it, not part of it, not counting the cost, not wondering like if you can budget for it, if you can afford it, or if it's feasible, all of it, all of your energy, all of your money, all of your passion into this one thing. And the reason that is a prerequisite that must happen is because somebody else that wants the same thing that you want is doing that right now. Somebody else that wants the same thing that you want is going all in. And if you don't start matching their energy, and if you don't start matching their commitment, if you don't start matching their resilience, you will end up losing to that person. Because guess what? As much as it's not like, I'm a big believer that like we should only compare ourselves to other people, like just so we can be the best versions of ourselves. Life is a game and I'm here to fucking win. And I know that there's other business coaches out there that are fucking going after my clients. And so I'm going to be the hardest working motherfucker. I'm going to be the most committed. I'm going to be the most resilient. I'm going to be the most active on social media. I'm going to give the most value. I will outwork you. And that is why I win. And any single person listening to this podcast could activate that switch inside of them, but you got to make the decision. You got to make the decision that there's no option to retreat. You got to make the decision that there's no option to surrender. You got to make the decision that this is the only fucking path and you will burn down any obstacle that stands in your way. Get off the fucking fence. It's time to start going all in. Hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. Talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark. for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.